All right, so Jen, I have to say, this was probably among the most fascinating interviews I've seen you do in a long time.
It was different?
It was very different. Earlier, Jen got to talk to Dog the Bounty Hunter about what he learned from New York and Virginia police during that intensive manhunt during the New York prison break a month ago.
Yeah, and of course, it was a big story.
Sure.
Nationwide, international, and you know, we live in this world now of social media, and I was reading where he was talking about the impact of social media on the prisoners,
right,
and how that all plays out. So I was interested in asking him about that. I didn't expect the answer he gave. I want to ask you, since I know you can't talk as much about what happened because we'll be seeing it on the show, but social media,
right.
You were quoted as saying that you thought these guys were really watching social media, which tipped them off as to what, you know, police were doing. We live in this age now of social media. How does that impact, you think, a fugitive and how they react to the hunt for them?
Well, social media, let's start where I think that's coming from, okay? And of course, in the Bible, it talks about signs when it's the end of times and if Jesus is coming or whatever, but it says the end is drawn near when information shall abound, when knowledge shall abound. That meant Google, right? I mean, you can go to Google and get any information you want. Fugitives can go to Google. Our Twitter account right now, networks are watching to see how many tweets we get on Dog and Beth on the Hunt on Saturdays. No, I mean, it gives you a living or not.
Oh, no, I know. There's no denying that it's powerful. But, I mean, now that, you know, we reporters like myself tweeting out what's happening, I think you were quoted as saying that the fugitives were watching that and it maybe helped them.
Well, they found one of them with the phone, okay? And that's how I mean, a lot of my fugitives, we trick them like that, you know what I mean? So they had a phone. I wasn't sure, you know, what I was told is they could have had a cop radio. They had cell phones from the girl from the laundry room, you know what I mean? So everybody was watching everything. I was teasing and wanted to hang cheeseburgers in the trees for McDonald's, you know? Let them get a whiff of that, they'll come in. I mean, no one knew exactly what they had because those cabins up there, you know, where they ran, those are all officers, those are mostly all cop cabins, they called them, you know, guards from the prison or police officers. So, you know, that's where the one allegedly got the gun.
Sure, yeah.
So the social media is knowledge shall abound. I'm sorry, I forgot the scripture I was telling you. Knowledge shall abound, and that doesn't mean the radio as they thought in the 30s. I'm sure that means Google. So like I said, with the show, you know, just like you, I'm going to look at your tweets now when we're done with this interview. So I think that, you know, I can talk to my friends in Switzerland in 3.5 minutes, free.
Okay.
You know, it's incredible with that social media. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, we know you got the new show. I'm sure we'll be looking for that episode, too, when you guys head up to northern New York. Thanks for your time today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. See you on Saturday night. Thank you.
All right, well, here's the thing. There's no way he's going to be able to look up your tweets because he doesn't even know your name. He kept calling you ma'am. So I don't think
maybe I have a Twitter account that's called ma'am.
Maybe you do.
Maybe you do. Ma'am.
Because you're a sneaky.
13 wham ma'am.
13 wham.
Boom!
13 wham ma'am.
I just thought of a new name for our
new Twitter
marathon relay team.
The 13 wham ma'ams.
Yes! Thank you, Dog the Bounty Hunter.
This is so good.
Thank you for that.
I knew that interview was going to be good for something. Because I didn't know what it was good for, you know, when it started. But I think it turned out to be okay.
He's very popular.
Well, no, there's no question.
He has a show. If you missed the premiere, it's on again this Saturday at noon on CMT, new network for them.
I watched it.
The next episode is later that night. It's at 9 o'clock. And again, somewhere in the season, they're going to talk about New York.
I watched some Dog. I'm not even going to lie to you. He's entertaining. I will give you that. He's entertaining. Yeah. Coming up, more entertainment. This time of the artistic variety.